Hello YouTube and fellow resellers, my name is Kevin the Stoic Reseller, back at you with a what sold last week. If you're new here, I am a part-time reseller with a full-time family and a full-time job. The part-time reseller thing is kind of coming to a change now that my wife is now officially a part of the business. She is now doing the pictures and shipping for me, and due to recent events, if you didn't know, go watch my last video. I explain exactly what happened. We are now going to be attempting to double the listings, so I'm more like, what, a 3/4 seller? I don't know. But anyways, guys, the kind of unique thing that I do is I don't promote. I sell on Poshmark and eBay, and I sell mostly clothing items. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, please like, subscribe, comment below of what you think about me, and let's jump right into it. So per the usual, guys, I will bring up last week's sales. You can see here I had a total amount of sales on eBay of $2,487. I had a very, very high-end item over $600. Skew these numbers. This week, however, is probably more or less what to expect. So on eBay alone, I had 53 orders for an average sales for an average, like, I don't know, what do you call it? Sales cost, $38.69 to the buyer, equates to $2,050.46. Cost of goods for me is $9.69. I do everything based on averages. Cost me $513.57. My average sales costs have dropped another 0.5% to 27.3%. Guys, if you're unaware, that is very significant in the clothing industry, considering most clothing resellers that I have seen probably operate closer to a 35 to 40%, especially if you promote. This can get very high. But anyways, eBay cost me $559.78. eBay, I'm still making you money. Please don't screw me. Profit, $977.11. That's 47.65% of the total sales. You got to pay Uncle Sam, so that cost me another $307.57. Leaving me, after all expenses paid, that includes shipping, eBay fees, cost of goods, taxes, everything removed, I made $669.54, missing my goal, though, of 33% by 0.35%. Not too shabby. And remember, guys, I am kind of, I guess, 3/4. I'm part-time for the most part. We won't be full-time into this until a couple weeks from now. I'm easing my wife into it, so she's doing fantastic. Things we can work on, but none of one's perfect, okay? She's doing excellent. She did an entire weekend's worth of shipping by herself, did it well, and it was awesome. I really appreciate it because it saves me a lot of time. So on Poshmark, though, guys, Poshmark has been edging up. So you can see last week, Poshmark, I had 25 sales. I only 2 more sales this week, but the average buy cost went up. So anyways, I had $890 in total sales for an average buy cost of $32.96. My cost of goods, $969, of course, $261.63. My average sales cost, Poshmark is a flat rate, 20%. None of them, no shenanigans, no nothing, but they cover, the buyer has to pay shipping, buyer has to pay, there's no returns really. Poshmark handles all the customer service for the most part. So for that 20%, you're getting a good deal. Now, for complete transparency's sake, I do pay for Vendu, a cross-listing software, and Auto Posture, which basically runs Poshmark for me. Both of those add up to about $75 a month. Total minimal, considering, before I was running the Auto Posture, I was getting about 15 sales on Poshmark, so it has significantly changed the game, guys. But anyways, profit was $450.37 or 50.6%. That is very good. 15% of taxes, $133.50, leaving me $316.87 or 35.6% above goal, guys. For my minimum threshold of 33% profit on sales. So that leaves us with a total of 80 items listed last week. 80 items sold last week. I listed 87 total, which gives us 91.95% sell-through rate. Not 100%. I mean, obviously, you'd want to see 87 sold, 87 listed. Beggars can't be choosers. I had a very, very strong week last week. This week has started pretty slow though. Like 3 sales on Poshmark and 1 sale on eBay. It's like $100 and something. Hey, I didn't get skunked, so I'll take it. No sales. I haven't had a no sales day in quite a bit. So fingers crossed. We're moving on, guys. Total net profit for the week of $986.41. Not bad for part time. Guys, I myself, before my wife was a part of this, I was putting about 20 to 23 hours a week. So you factor in, we can do some quick math here. So let's do the max that I know I put in. So we have 986.41 divided by the 23 hours. So, if you really want to get nitty gritty, I made $42.89 an hour last week. So not too bad. And average profit per item, I'm adding some new stats here. So average profit per item was $12.33. That's after you remove all fees, all shipping, cost of goods. So basically, if you guys are real curious, with a $9.69 average buy cost, you divide that by my average profit. No, that's not right. Look at me trying to do math. I haven't done math in forever. It's been since high school, guys. I loved it. I was really good at it, but a lot of you don't fucking use. 9.69 equals. There we go. So basically, if you don't know numbers, that's 127% return on my investment on profit total. So that's pretty damn good, guys. I'm making, my money back. I'm doubling my money plus another 27% on top of it. So, yeah. And then some of my viewers, some of you guys have been asking me, specifically JL Stan, he's been asking me what percentage of Poshmark, is like. So anyways, Poshmark equaled 43% of eBay. And actually, if you want to get technical, we'll pull up this calculator again, right? So we'll go to total sales, 0.46 plus the 890 of Poshmark, right? And then divide, and then so we have 2940.46. So you take the 890 divided by 2940.46. So Poshmark is 30% of my sales total for last week. So we could do this here. Poshmark equals 30% of total sales. So, or 30, here, let's get technical, huh? 0.27. Yeah, 0.27%. Not bad. Because I guarantee you Poshmark has less than 30% of the total buyers. And definitely has less than 30% of the market share. So, doing all right. Can't complain. We're going to hit that save because I added some extra stuff in there. So yeah, guys, there's that. Like I said, last week was very positive. If you're curious, here's my chart numbers. All these look really low because I had $1,000 day. So everything's being compared to that. But you can see last Monday, actually, I guess to be fair, last Monday was a pretty slow day in comparison to the rest of the week as well. So maybe that's just what Mondays are going to be for me. But, you had February 297, 292, 400 on Thursday. Friday was 236. And I know a lot of people had issues on Friday, but I didn't. My Saturday was really strong, and then my Sunday was very strong. I was a little worried with Super Bowl, but this must have been all the drunk people. So I'm taking it. Today's been pretty shit, $40. So, all right, let's get into the top 10 sales on eBay, starting with the worst one, which isn't even that bad. Burberry Brit. This sold for $39.97. If you're curious, the pictures aren't going to look this great on everything. My wife's still learning, so please do not, critique the pictures. We're working on it. She's got an iPhone. So if any of you know a good app or a good settings for an iPhone 14 Pro, let me know, because we're still working it out the kinks. We're getting there, but it's not like the Samsung where I can go into Pro mode and I can do all sorts of adjustments within Samsung's integrated app. It's a lot different. So, but anyways, if you guys are curious, here is the logo. This checked out. A lot of the stitching looked good. The inside tag looked great. I compared it to other Burberry Brit ones. Now, if this had the Nova check, and if you guys are curious, let's see, Burberry Nova check. So if you guys don't know, the Nova check for Burberry is this right here, this pattern. Very, very sought after. So if you find any Burberry London, Burberry Brit, and okay, that lady's got some problems there. Her little clamshells weren't fully covered. Don't sue me. Anyways, that Nova check though increases the cost for that item by at least $40 minimum. I mean, if you have a substantial piece, you're talking, it's like it's a jacket, you're talking hundreds. But anyways, moving on, I can't have one of these without a Nike sale. I sold this for $42 on an accepted offer. Just some really cool joggers. Here's the Nike Tech. There's this one, and there's like other ones that are Nike Tech too. This is an older one, but this sold pretty well. It took a little bit longer. I got some weird questions from people like, can you give me the total length of the entire jogger? And I'm like, come on, give me a break, people. Moving on, I actually have 3 of these. These pained me to sell because I wish these were my size, but I haven't seen a size 30 in maybe freshman year of high school. I have a big ass, so it's what it is, okay? You can see here, I had them listed for $70 a piece, which is the market rate for these. And you can see I accepted an offer, and now I did accept an offer because the same person bought all 3. Him and I hashed out a deal of $50 a piece, which, I mean, I'm willing to do that because it would have been $210 plus shipping on everything, and he didn't question the shipping at all, so I just he paid $875 per pair, and he accepted. We worked out a deal for $20 off. So, I mean, he still paid a lot of money, and I was happy to see these. These sold within an hour of me listing, all 3 of them. And if you guys don't know, Origin looks, the inside tag of most Origin will have something like this. It'll have that. These specifically are the Delta 68 models. And here is the Freedom Wave. If you guys don't know, it's what I wear mostly. I'm slowly transitioning all of my clothing to Origin because I like their positive message. These are items made in America by Americans on an all-American supply chain, meaning that not just some person in some country that I have no affiliation to produced a garment that I still bought for $100-something. I'd rather spend the same amount of money to benefit someone who lives in a country like the United States that I live in and that I can take pride in wearing. By the way, guys, if you don't know, if you're looking for quality items, this is the RTX line. This is the hoodie. And I'll tell you right now, this is the most comfortable shirt I have ever worn. It is stretchy as all can be. It's a nice thick material, high-ass quality. I couldn't recommend it. I'm not sponsored by them, but my God, I buy the shit out of their stuff. And, yeah. But anyways, that's Origin for you guys. And yes, pick up, as long as it's in good, it could be even distressed, and I would still pick that stuff up. It sells, it's really in demand, guys. It's a very high quality item. Next is also another high quality item. This is G4. This is the Tor 5-pocket 4-way stretch pant. Now, I had to use the, I had to go onto their website and match up everything. With these higher end items like this, guys, especially for G4, or really any brand, if it's a high-end brand, you want to know exactly what the item name is. This one was the Tor 5-pocket 4-way stretch golf pant. You need that because if you just be generic and just say G4 pants, blah, 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 blue, performance stretch, golf pant, blah, 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 it's going to command less money, have a slower sell-through. The buyer paid full amount here, $70. I had 2 pairs of these. One sold on POSHMARK, and then this blue pair sold on eBay. Next, so this is a pair of joggers that my wife took a picture of. Again, guys, please giving me some advice on the phone. If you know of any apps, if you know any settings, be greatly appreciated. We're working together to try to figure that out. But anyways, regardless of the picture quality, which I still think is pretty good, these gray joggers is kind of blends in with my background, so this isn't really her fault. This is we're gonna change this up. We're actually working on the because she's much shorter than I am. So, anyways, we had to. It's actually better now. It's something I probably should have done months ago. But for $54.97, I got stuff falling over here. $54.97. These are the Vuori Ponto Performance Pant. If you're curious, Vuori, if the tag is still attached, you want to look down here. You see the style reference number, but starting with a V. If it's V plus numbers, that's a men's. If it's VW plus numbers, that's a women's. Just if you're curious. But these sold really quickly within a couple days. So yeah, if you guys don't know Vuori, pick it as long as it's in good shape, pick it up. Here's something that I want to teach you all a lesson. So this item I paid up for. I paid $20 for at a Goodwill, and you know, if you average everything out, yeah, I only paid $9.69 technically, but it did have some flaws. You can see some loose threads here on the neck. It had some light stains throughout, but otherwise, you're gonna be like, really, a used Nike hoodie? Okay, well, this is the Nike Tech Pack line again. So here's the newer model of Tech Pack, and you'll feel it too. Once you've started selling Nike regularly, you'll understand what this feels like. And of course, you want to look it up. There's the style number there. So the one interesting thing about this, though, is there's like an olive green and a black that is available, and those are the only ones listed. If you look at the solds, this light bone, or like a cream color, had 100%, had none listed, had 2 sold, and the 2 solds were in the $90 range. So I just dropped the price down a little bit because of the minor flaws. Someone picked this up within a week. So very good Nike sale. Like I said, guys, I sell the crap out of Nike. Where I am located, I can find Nikes all the time. I mean, I know I'm pretty privileged when it comes to that, so you may not find it, but there's a lot of Nike pieces that are just unassuming that do sell really well. And you know, maybe you would know that this one's a little bit better than the average, but it's very plain, it's very unassuming, and so just do your due diligence, guys. These next two are really good, and this one's ahead because of just the fact that I knew to pick it up. So if you were to search this up, you're not going to find too many. First off, and second off, this is a modern Nike item, and it's a wool blend, but it's Tiger Woods here, and Tiger Woods collections are very good, and yeah, you can see here it was wool polyester, and I got $60 for this, and it sold with another shirt and a Nike Tiger Woods polo. So sometimes you get lucky, especially if you buy a lot of the same brand with the same, like maybe crossover like Tiger Woods. You get a lot of duplicate sales or multi-quantity orders, which is great. You know, I still have my coupon of 20% off of 2 or more items. But yeah, this is an item that, you know, I think, to be fair, I know a lot of resellers would have passed, and actually I know a lot of resellers passed. My Goodwill prints the date they put these on the floor, and this had been there shortly after my last thrift trip, and I paid $12 for it, and you know, so it'd been on the racks for like nearly 3 weeks. So, you know, guys, please, I mean, if you want to be successful in this business, you need to start knowing what a quality item feels like. Do some research. There's no shortcuts in this, guys. You know, Bearded, to quote him, he says there's no shortcut for experience. And right now, experience is the #1 key to success with this. And you only get that by actually doing research, learning from your mistakes, and, you know, picking up items, taking chances. I mean, you don't want to take a $10 chance, but you can take a $5 chance, right? So just keep it up, guys. You don't ever quit either. And the last item, which is really strong item. I mean, I get it, $80, but this was an international order. I've gotten a lot more international orders lately, so that's really good. I'm really excited about that, guys, because that just shows you maybe eBay's finally finally possibly working. And I'll show you, I might do a video later on this week about my metrics. If anyone cares, let me know down in the comments section. What are we sitting at here? We're sitting at 20 minutes. So anyways, but yeah, this is the Todd Schneider Italian stretch drawstring camp jogger. Now, I believe this one had this number here. That's that you take the 10 off and it's PA 617818. That would be the style number. And this sold within, guys, a day. One single day for $80. And as most of you know, if you can get $80 for really any item on eBay, that's a huge fucking win. So, especially for a clothing item, that's even better of a win. But yeah, Todd Schneider, guys, if you don't know, Todd Schneider is a fantastic brand. One of the better brands I've ever come across. Every time I find it, it sells very quickly. So yeah, guys, so that is eBay in a nutshell. So let me show you, just run through the Poshmark sales, because I know a lot of people are really skeptical of cross-listing and skeptical of Poshmark as a whole. And to be fair, I mean, that's a fair criticism. It does have like a very small percentage of the market share that eBay has. So you want to know maybe, hey, what are you able to do? Well, I'm getting 30% of my current sales from Poshmark every single week. And, you know, when you're doing nearly $3,000 in sales, 30% is about $1,000. That's pretty good, guys. I mean, Jesus. Would you... Okay, so I guess the way to explain cross-listing, if you're still on the fence, because I was there. Don't get me wrong, guys. I was an adamant, like, neglector of cross-listing. And I was banging the table to not do it because I felt that I needed to still master eBay. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be about mastering eBay. It's mastering reselling, getting more eyeballs on your item, getting more opportunity to sell it. And so if you're on the edge, just know that this is, I mean, as you can see, 30% of my sales, which, I mean, you could almost directly correlate that to being 30% faster on my sell-through rate. Because in fairness, some of these may have sold on eBay, but maybe 10% of these would have sold on current eBay, the way it goes. And I know that from experience because prior to December, when I started Poshmark, I was having really rough time, barely making it by, and Poshmark has been a revelation, guys. I can't speak enough about selling on Poshmark. And to show you that if you're a clothing reseller at the least, these items still do well on eBay, but they're also doing well on Poshmark. And some of these are actually better on Poshmark than they are on eBay. For instance, Patagonia, I have come to find out, is significantly better on Poshmark. It's great on eBay, but it's excellent on Poshmark. This nano jacket had flaws, so I priced it at about $80. Within 20 minutes, someone had offered me $70 for this. And yeah, Viore sells fantastic on eBay, sells even better on Poshmark. Scotty Vest, this vest was listed for a whole hour. Someone bought this. This is also an amazing brand on eBay, but apparently it's a very popular brand on Poshmark. Florence Marine X is a board short company that I never knew of, and I bought this pair. And it sold for $20. And $20 for some board shorts that are just pretty plain, in my opinion. It's a quick sell. I mean, geez. Under Armour, guys, sells. It's a women's. It sells really well. Women's clothing does significantly better, but, you know. Here's Wrangler George Strait. This is an item that was marketed that I knew would sell on eBay, but it sold on Poshmark first. It sells for $20 on eBay. Sold for $18 here. I mean, why am I'm not going to care at all. Roback sells great on eBay, don't get me wrong, but I had 3 Roback pieces, 2 of which sold on Poshmark, 1 on eBay, just for reference, guys. This was a specialty polo. I think most of the time Roback you're only going to get like $50, but this one had a nice patch on it. Patagonia pants. This is the price I get on eBay, you know, and it's doubling the sell-through rate for me. Lululemon, again, sells okay on eBay. Lululemon sells way better on Poshmark. It's given me much more confidence to maybe look at picking up some women's Lululemon. Patagonia Better Sweater, again, had some attention on eBay, sold within about 2 days on Poshmark. A backpack that I had in my garage that was for resale back in the day when I ran 2 stores, sold on Poshmark for $27. Wrangler, guys, Wrangler shirt, another Wrangler sold. A Stussy shirt that's been listed on eBay for months and months, sold for $29. A hat, Vineyard Vines shorts, more Lululemon, Adriana Goldschmied. Again, this is about what I get on eBay, plus shipping, so why not? This Nike vest, which, in fairness, was getting some positive views on eBay, sold very quickly, though, on Poshmark. And this is actually a better offer than I ever received on eBay. Someone was offering me $20, and then $21, and then $21.50, and then $22, and then I just kept declining, and they offered $22.50, and he said, let's make it happen. And I said, no. Just declined for the last time, bud. Stio sells great on eBay, sells better on Poshmark. Almost all the Stio I've sold in the last month or so has been on Poshmark. Athleta sells way better on Poshmark. This is a brand that I have a newfound confidence in, because on eBay I stopped really buying it, especially at certain price points. It sells, and now I have better confidence of paying about $10 to $12 for these, because they just fit amazingly. Again, Barber, really good flannel. Their jackets sell on both and everything. Viore, this was a bundle of 2 Viore. I believe it was 2 Viore items. Yeah, a shirt for $25 and $45. That was a good sale. Prana sells just as good on Poshmark, and then another bundle of Viore and Taylor Stitch. You can see based on the SKU numbers, I had these Taylor Stitch jeans forever, and these Viore pants here I had just listed, but they sold very quickly on Poshmark. And then these 3 sold today. We've shipped a couple of them. And then I guess just to share with you guys, I am now a Poshmark ambassador, which from my understanding just gives me better visibility on the platform. I have a lot more followers, been following a lot more, and that is the thing that this auto posture does for me. It does self shares, community shares, sends automatic offers, which this I think contributes a lot to my sales. And then these follows and reciprocal follows, which these are all required to get to that ambassador status. And you guys let me know if this is kind of, I don't know, kind of slimy. I do want to try to get to this ambassador too, for whatever reason. I got to be on the let's see here, view details. I have to be on the platform for 6 months as an ambassador, and then I also have to recruit a Poshmark, someone. So I'm sure there's a link here somewhere, but I get an ambassador too. I get free discount tickets to Posh events, priority support, global in-app promotion, which I doubt I'll ever use that, and live events. So I don't really know what it gives me, but might as well try to get it. Also, update on the eBay. I will be going to do I'll be pushing for the, whatever the hell it's called down here, Top Rated Plus. So after my wife has about a couple weeks under her belt with shipping and pictures, I'm going to change this to 1-day handling, which is something I could not commit to by myself, which will help me save more on fees, which will be great. And we'll see the positive effect of better visibility on eBay according to how they talk about it. And also we'll see how that affects my seller fees. So yeah, guys, that is it. It's been a very solid last 2 weeks. I cannot believe the performance I'm having in February. I still believe it's a little too early for this to be the bump from income tax returns, but I could be wrong. I could be very wrong in that regard. People be getting it real early all of a sudden. I know that the time between filing and getting your money is a lot shorter nowadays. So maybe this is the bump. I have no idea, but typically March and April are my 2 best months, meaning I know that that's when the bulk of the income tax returns come in. That's when people are buying more stuff, getting prepped for spring and summer, which is something I have significant amounts of. Just for reference here, let's see if I can pull up how many shorts. So out of the 752 items I have listed, I have 165 shorts. So I have a lot of shorts, but shorts are starting to move. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. If you have any questions, comments, maybe some critiques, let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, all that jazz, share my videos. And until the next video, guys, remember to rule the day.